So, Bobby, the Buffalo Bills picking 25th. There's no point really at 25 trying to decide who you think we ought to take then, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
But you can't dismiss that either. I mean, these are the areas in the draft that teams really show their mettle.
I think so. You know, I like the free agent way for Buffalo this year. I think getting some veteran players on that team. I think there's a lot of players in the league that would be excited to play for Buffalo. As Von Miller came over now, I mean, he's a limited player. He'll have, few snaps, but I think he'll be impactful when he's in there. I think Buffalo needs to focus on defense. I truly do. You know, they've got the skill sets on offense. I think they need a shutdown corner. We talked about that earlier. I think they need to kind of get some depth at the linebacker position. Some of the linebackers are aging out. And get some really good, strong young linebackers as well and corners.
I agree. I think the Bills do very well with defensive players that they draft. And imagine being a young kid. You're 25th ranked. You're in the NFL. You're going to Buffalo, and you've got a Von Miller over there. And you got an Oliver over there. And you got an Edmonds over there. You've got all of these different defensive players. Okay, you may not start, but you're going to learn a lot at camp at Fisher. You're going to be around a bunch of guys that are hungry for a ring.
Safeties too.
Oh my God! I mean, it just keeps adding to it. So if you're defensive line, if you're linebacker, if you're safety, you want to be in that room with Leslie Frazier to learn as much as you can. So I think it's of the benefit for the Bills to draft defensively.
You know, and the landscape has changed too. And I think about, everyone copies whatever. The Rams got to the Super Bowl by, a little bit outside the draft. I mean, plugging free agents and filling their holes and stuff. The draft used to be sacred. I get the feeling it's not quite as sacred anymore.
Well, I think it's just to now fill in holes for the Bills. I mean, obviously, every team in the NFL is going to have injuries. And then, of course, they got riddled with injuries a little bit on the defensive end, a little bit on the offensive end. But I think they've got enough weapons on offense. I mean, you look at Stephon Diggs now locked in. They've got guys out there. They want to keep Knox. They want to keep other players. I just think if you're going to find something now, it would be defensive end first round, maybe a running back in the second round. You've got 2 to 3, you add one more. I think you're just building depth. You're just building a culture of guys from this moment on that are just like, all right, you may not start, kid, but you're going to be in a great position to learn a lot within your first year, your rookie year, into next year. And then you're right, as they age out, you start cycle guys in.
You need that buy-in. You just need that buy-in.
Especially when the Bills come up against the salary cap. Because sooner or later, having these inexpensive players is going to matter as to who you can keep and who you can't.
Absolutely.